Goodness. On Saturday of this week, I went to the mall with my best friend. We had heard that there was a Miku display at Miniso, and naturally, both of us being degenerate Vocaloid fans, we were like, I need that merchandise, I need that merchandise. We did not find what we were looking for. I got Popeyes, it was shitty, and 2 of those collectible drinks with like characters on them, so I could use the bottles to decorate my room. It was strawberry shortcake. We did a lot of walking, and for the first time in like a while, I hit my step goal. That step goal being 10,000 steps. It's more of like a far-off dream than an actual goal I aspire to. On the way home, when I was in his car, I was like, damn, my feet hurt. I think I got blisters. And he was like, ugh, gross. That sucks. I hate blisters. And I was like, well, blisters don't hurt that bad. Immediately, I realized this might have been a mistake of some sort. So I backtracked and was like, well, blisters hurt, but like they don't hurt that bad to me. Because, you know, I'm desensitized to pain. And yes, it sounded like a pick-me thing to say even then, but I have a lot of chronic pain. And so blisters don't hurt that bad to me. I went home, and you can skip if you're going to be squeamish about the discussion of blisters, and it was a nasty fucking blister. It spanned the entirety of my pinky toe, popped pretty quickly. It was gross, and it did hurt, just not that bad. Around a week, maybe 2 weeks before I went to the mall with my friend, I made a video doing the choreography to Gnarly by Cat's Eye with a like corny funk song in the background. That corny funk song had been trending with a much more difficult dance, the debut dance break. So my thought was, what if I put Gnarly to this thing? They're both in 4/4, should be easy, right? And it was easy, and I had fun doing it, and I posted it. However, that dance immediately went viral for how fucking bad I am at dancing. Thousands of hate comments rolled in. People were saying things like, oh my god, Lily, this right now. Sub 3 is one I got. People were comparing me to Lily Tino. I don't know anything about her. That's way too much TikTok lore for me to delve into. I even got a comment that said, he might be worse than Hitler. Like a meme of a basketball player with the caption, he might be worse than Hitler. When I made a video on that, half the comments were like, well, this commenter had a point. These comments did not hurt me that bad. You know, I'm a weird person. I look weird, I sound weird, I'm autistic, I've had lots of friends and not many friends, and I've been a bully, and I've been on the receiving end of bullying. They didn't really get under my skin. But it made me wonder, after I got those blisters at the mall, would those comments have hurt more if I had not been used to the pain? Another thing that should be noted about these comments and myself and the way that I dealt with them is that I have been pretty consistently suicidal since I was 8 years old. That's not like something I say lightly, although I seem like I'm saying it lightly. It has been a serious problem for myself and for my family members and for my therapists and all of this stuff. It's messy. It's really messy. I was a victim of child abuse, and 8 is where it really like went downhill. That's when my dad lost his job and stayed at home with me and my little sister for around a year. My older brother and sister were like always in activities, so they were kind of like safe from this torment. Over the years, having this like consistent underlying thought of I want to kill myself has ironically made it easier for me to not kill myself. I'm very great at not killing myself. Now when I have those thoughts, they're usually not actionable thoughts. As opposed to like making a plan of I'm going to kill myself, I'm going to do it this way, I'm going to write this in my note, etc. It's been, oh, I'm at a tall place, I can just jump out that window. And then I don't jump out that window because I'm great at not killing myself. Other people like me who have gotten these slews of hate comments have not been so lucky as to have been used to it. A couple trends that I noticed in the people who were writing hate comments about me were Bible verses in bio, very young, typically white kids if they posted themselves, and some other people pointed out that a lot of these people had been paying tribute to a girl named Aubrey Wyatt, I believe is her name. I don't know anything about that case, as I hadn't really been interacting with TikTok when that happened, and also don't pay much attention to people who kill themselves because I'm like, oh, that could be me someday. It's not gonna be me someday, but like, it's still better for my mental health to just not engage with it. As far as I understand, Wyatt was also cyberbullied and was driven to kill herself because of that. I will do further research before I post this, so we'll see. That's my understanding as of the time I'm filming this. I even remember a commenter who wrote something really nasty. I don't recall specifically what it was, but it was nasty enough for me to be like, wow, I should look through this person's profile. I'm kind of concerned for them. And in their bio was the phrase, be kind. So it's interesting to me the contrast of what these people preach and what they practice. Myself being a not very pretty, not great dancer woman with a shoddy dye job and like a strange sense of fashion, it seemed like it justified in their eyes the ability to make these nasty comments about me. Probably in a couple black pill edits too. Like, I'm honestly like excited to see the black pill edits about me because I can be pretty when I want to be. I just never do makeup or anything. So I went into this video without a plan. I wanted to make something addressing the hate I've gotten over the last couple weeks. But you know, I'm not really like landing down specifically what I should be talking about because it's very broad. When you have like thousands of people hating on you, there's a couple patterns you can notice, but there's not like any one person you can target like I have in the past with my less great videos about specific people. I suppose any of these people who come across this video, or anyone who really comes across this video, I genuinely do want you to do some like soul searching. I want you to think about the comments you've left and whether you needed to be hateful or not. There are very few situations on the internet where you need to be hateful. When somebody does something genuinely morally bad, like groom a child or something, that's one of the few situations I'd kind of, but even then, are they gonna listen to you? Are you gonna change their mind about the morality of their behavior? Or are you just going to make them feel worse about themselves? Because making somebody feel worse about themselves can send them further into these spirals of harmful behavior. This is something we've observed a lot in the past with people who are lol cows. And one of my biggest fears has been becoming a lol cow. You know, I'm autistic, I don't have very many friends, I stay in the house, my hair looks like this. And one of my biggest fears. And through that weekend after I posted that video, I was like, oh my god, it's coming true. People are going to be harassing me, people are making hateful comments about me, all this stuff. Sorry, my dogs are barking. I want you to think about the purpose behind your comments before you leave them. Am I going to change this person's mind? Am I going to send this person further into spirals of harmful behavior? Is there a way I can help that includes not commenting? Or should I just scroll and move on with it? Because most of the time, the last option is what you should be really doing. Like, I did have a couple people give me some genuinely good constructive criticism instead of just saying, you're bad at this. It was, oh, that movement isn't just a hip roll, it's a chest roll. Or like you're not very confident in your movements. I'm sure these comments aren't helping. So just try to be more confident, and I'm sure you could do it. You're mirroring on the wrong side. Some of them are mirrored, some of them aren't. Genuinely good comments, and I'm glad I got those comments. That's the purpose of putting my videos on the internet, is constructive criticism and getting better, especially dance videos. But if you're not like a dancer, I don't understand why you needed to say anything at all. The last thing I kind of wanted to say was, it did affect me more specifically in, I was the person getting the hate comments. I was the person who was like most emotionally affected, or most logically emotionally affected. I was the person who was getting the repeated comments, getting followers, getting traction on my other content because of this video. But I wasn't the only one. My older sister follows me on TikTok. My older sister is a great person. She's had her own hit videos, she studies sociology and psychology, and my sister is a very empathetic person, and she cares about her younger siblings and my older brother a lot. So when she was seeing me getting all these hate comments, she kind of took it harder than me. I'm gonna be completely honest. because I'm used to this, like, I'm used to the bullying, you know. I've been a weird person my whole life. I've been like a neurodivergent weirdo my whole life. She was not used to seeing that so directly, I guess. And so she was responding to people in my comments. She was being like a big defender of me for at least like a couple days, finding people's schools and emailing their schools and being like, hey, people are saying really hateful things under my little sister's video, and near the school they go to, I think they should be facing consequences. And honestly, I do feel like the people who did comment really nasty stuff should be getting that. But it's not healthy for my sister to be like focusing on this. It wasn't healthy for her to be seeing me, not like abuse in the way I was by my father, but like online abuse. It was not good for her. These people that you're hating on the internet have loved ones who care about them. Even if it seems like they're just like the biggest fucking losers on the planet, they have people who care about them. Whether that be through a screen or their family members or, I don't know, the kids they groomed. Because humans are an empathetic species, they're affected too. And some of these people are completely innocent. So even if you think that I did something like terrible by doing this dance badly, I still think you should be keeping in mind the very innocent people who you're hurting by hurting me or trying to hurt me. So to recap, what the hell have I been talking about for like 20 minutes? At least in the recording with all the pauses and stutters. Nothing much. This has not been like a very organized video at all, as opposed to my video essays that I've made or my philosophical essays that I've made or anything else. But I feel like it's equally as important. In general, Gen Z was taught to think before they speak, and it was like some whole anagram. I don't remember the anagram, but I think you guys should be remembering the anagram. I'll put it on screen. Being like nice to people is a virtue you need to apply everywhere. If you need to be mean to something, you need to find a better outlet than being mean to real, actual human people. And that might be like something physical, like martial arts. I used to dance a lot, that helped me. Singing, another thing I do, writing out your frustrations. You need a better outlet that's not. Because if you are spending all your time hating on somebody on the internet, it's very clear that you have a lot of stuff bottled up. This entire video is completely genuine, even though it doesn't sound genuine at parts. I just say things weird because I'm autistic and I have a lot of like the social challenge parts of autism. Anyway, back to the conclusion. Me personally, I'm in lots of therapy. I'm about to be in even more therapy. I'm about to go into a partial inpatient program where I will be staying from 8 to 4 p.m. in a mental hospital and just doing therapy. I don't entirely know what that means, but it's gonna mean that I have a bigger support system. But other people, like possibly Aubrey Wyatt, did not have that support system. And your words will have consequences. Your words will have consequences to these people. Your words will have consequences to these people with less strong support systems. I don't want you to hurt anybody. I don't want you to be hurt. I think the entire internet needs to have like a discussion about internet etiquette and just think before you speak. Yes, that's it. So